Thank you, and good night and peace. Peace to you, and happiness. Thank you. And we'd like to say that it was really out of sight play for y'all. Here's a song for everybody to grab hold of.
What's happening in the goddamn world? Today is May 9th, 2022. My name is Reagan the Doom Wizard, and here are your past week's headlines. Our week began with Ukrainians being forced to use Russian currency, and Lenin statues are being resurrected all throughout Ukraine. Ukraine also sunk 2 more Russian warships. Muslims worldwide are celebrating the ending month of Ramadan, and evidently Biden is celebrating too. Several wildfires are burning the West. One of the largest in New Mexico caused thousands of people to evacuate their homes, and even more structures are burned to the ground. A tornado last week that struck Wichita, Kansas had wind speeds of 165 miles per hour, and multiple people were shot at a street festival in Mississippi.
Bang, you're dead.
The U.S. should prepare for a possible summer surge, says former White House Coronavirus Task Force Coordinator Dr. Deborah Birx. Oh joy. Biden traveled through Alabama urging Congress that Ukraine needs $33 billion more dollars. He personally thanked the workers of a Lockheed Martin plant for making the Javelin missiles that are winning the war in Ukraine. A key thing to note here is he is merely a puppet for the military-industrial complex, the oil complex, the financial system, you name it. He hasn't even addressed the man lighting himself on fire in front of Congress or NASA's top climate scientists and many other scientists protesting. Also, he's not giving kids the right to testify and to Congress about the damages that they will be experiencing due to climate change. We are severely off track, guys. COVID cases are on the rise again, and long COVID is a looming public health emergency. It pushed 1 million people out of work. The Dow and NASDAQ went down but bounced up, and Wall Street was anxious to hear from Jerome Powell on Wednesday, a sell-off in bonds. Roe versus Wade is about to be overturned, so no more abortions, I guess. Just what we needed. The state of Indiana is holding primaries, and more than 20,000 people were killed in Mariupol. Russians were literally hiding bodies. 100,000 civilians are apparently still hiding out. There's gang fightings in Haiti. Americans need to get out. And a 30-year-old with her kids in the car shot a teen in the face during a road rage incident in Atlanta. Now this, folks, is a prime example of why you want to gauge GTFO away from people in the next few years. Can you imagine fighting with this charming person over the last can of sardines? No. Also, people found a body at the bottom of Lake Mead in a barrel, a homicide dating back to the 80s. Cool. Some guy climbed the Salesforce Tower in San Francisco and got arrested. Really? Could we just give him a ticket or something? It's what brought him joy. Sounds crazy. Wildfires are still burning like crazy in New Mexico, and Dave Chappelle was attacked on stage from an armed man. North Korea launched a ballistic missile on Wednesday, and Trump wanted Black Lives Matter protesters to be shot in the legs or something. Quote, can't you just shoot them or something? End quote. The 45th president. Russians are still blasting Ukraine with missiles, and the Fed is raising interest rates by 0.5%. Eviction rates are up 150 to 200% in major cities across the U.S., and Amber Heard suffers with PTSD. Oh, aren't you just so sick of hearing about this? Derek Chauvin only gets 20 to 25 years in prison. We'll all be dead before he gets out. Pretty sure he won't last long in there. Then Russia offered a temporary ceasefire for citizens in Mariupol, and then carried out simulated nuclear launches near the European Union border. Russia has their nuclear forces on high alert. Send up the nukes. Okay. WHO reported 15 million excess deaths from the COVID-19 pandemic because of inadequate treatment or access to health care, mostly for women. Several tornadoes in central U.S., and Biden declared a federal disaster in New Mexico. Government in Turkey said inflation soared 70%, and an election in Northern Ireland. Good news, the duct-taped airline passenger was sentenced to prison. Again, this is why you want to get away from people. This is what your life looks like in the collapse. Tied to a chair, hungry, and desperate. Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 is banned for 18 and younger and over if you can't get the Moderna or Pfizer because it gives blood clots. The Dow dropped 1,000 points on Cinco de Mayo, and Walgreens reached a deal with Florida for releasing opioids. I think they got to pay out like $3 billion. Like, that really helps. Boeing is moving from Seattle to Chicago to Arlington, Virginia, close to the Pentagon, so they can keep building planes and destroying your future. Stocks opened even lower Friday. The Dow went down 516 points. Unemployment held steady. The economy replaced 95% of the jobs since the pandemic began. Average wages are up 5.1% since last year, which may add to more inflation. Why? Because the system is fucking broken. The entire fucking thing is rigged. Racial disparities across healthcare, we know. Joe Biden is in Slovakia celebrating Mother's Day and just being Joe Biden, which is basically like an NPC. Biden wants 3D printing companies to flourish. Wildfires keep burning, again, near Las Vegas. Just let them burn, honestly. Amber Heard ruins her case because she wrote the op-ed. World Food Prize goes to former farmer and NASA climate research scientist who's going to donate all $250,000 to climate research. All of it, she says. An explosion at an upscale hotel in Havana, Cuba kills at least 25. And Trump literally wanted to launch missiles into Mexico to destroy drug labs. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, caramba. Arkansas has the third biggest drug problem in the country, a study finds, and ranks second in opioid pain reliever prescriptions per 100 people, 7th in drug arrests per capita, and 10th in share of adults who couldn't get treatment for illicit drug use in the past year. Plus 20% of people suffering with a mental health disorder. You have a diseased and decrepit population. Again, if you're single, I'm sorry. Severe hepatitis cases for children in the past year, randomly across several states, and Colorado police officer got 5 years in prison for fucking with that woman outside Walmart. You know, maybe you saw that video. I published it a year ago. I did report this. It was like him and another guy was like messing with this lady, and they broke her arm, put him on the ground. See, it's men like that, duct tape man, and woman who shot the teen in the face. None of these people would get treatment or, correctional service. They would just be put out. As soon as law and order breaks down, I am very eager to put these people out of their misery. More protests Saturday supporting anti-abortion rights. And then Trump held a rally in pouring rain for Dr. Oz, whose side note isn't even a doctor, under the slogan, Save America. Can you imagine being there in the freezing rain with other psychopaths? Irish election an historic win for the Nationalist Party. And free comic book day on Saturday. I didn't get a comic. And Emmanuel Macron was sworn in for a second term. He's 44 years old. Japan's population drops by 644,000 in a single year. And new Beijing chief executive Wang something gets elected. This has been your May 9th What's Happening in the World update. My name is Reagan, bringing this to you every Monday. Thank you for finding my channel, for subscribing, continuing to support this program. I pursued journalism because the truth is what matters, and it's what we need now more than ever in a media and democracy which is utterly and completely failing us. So please drop a like, go to my PayPal donation link below. You could set monthly recurring payments. Even a few dollars helps. It all adds up. And again, thank you. My name is Reagan. I'll catch up with you later. See ya.